Hi. So welcome back to my channel. I'm Sharon, aka the Melanin Nostalgia Runner. Anyway, welcome back. This is another series, another episode actually of the series, Ready for Outside, part 2 of the series. If you definitely check out the first premiere of the series where you saw me straightening my hair, because it does definitely look different from all my previous videos, and the final product of this, which is the trim. It's not perfect because I trimmed my own hair. Now, I'll be honest, if I was to wear it, and if I was someone who typically wore their hair straight, I would get my hair professionally cut and trimmed. But I don't. I wear my hair natural, so it's not really something that bothers me. So normally when I trim it, I'm trimming it more for the reason for it to grow and to just get rid of the split ends. So with it being even, that doesn't matter. I just want the split ends gone. So, but I also want it where my hair is still functionable. So I might have more split ends back here. I actually know I do. I actually feel them, but I'm not going to cut them or trim them until they get a little bit longer, then I can trim them more. Because, and I know it's going to be like a never ending battle. And this is also why in the previous video, you saw that I added a ton of leave-in conditioner in my hair to try to combat that. Because moisture, 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 hair loves moisture. But the reason why I don't cut it all the way to the extreme of get rid of all the split ends, I don't care about how it looks, is from a functionality standpoint, I do want to be able to still wear my hair up, and I want to be able to still do protective styles, which brings me to this video. So what we're doing today is we're actually going to be putting some twists. We're going to twist the hair today. Twist it. Yes. And most people know I do my hair like with twists or different types of hair things when I'm either going away or usually when I'm going away. You know, when you know, you know. You don't want to have to deal with your hair on vacation, and you want to look good on vacation. So there's that. Or also, I will do it sometimes if there's just like a special occasion, if I'm going to a wedding or something. Again, I don't want to have to fool with my hair or worry about, oh, did I mess up my hair? I don't have to deal with that. Like, if I'm going to a wedding or if I'm going to a wedding, most of the weddings I'm going to is going to have a reception. There's going to be dancing. And one thing about me, which is kind of gross, but I'm glad I am that way, I sweat a lot. From a functional standpoint, sweating a lot is good because you stay cool. Your body's doing its job. But from like a hair and vanity standpoint, it sucks. So for those type of things also, I do protective styles versus straightening that or getting a relaxer. We're not going back there. We left her where she lays, where she was buried, and she's staying there. Anyway, I'm rambling. I hope you do enjoy the content. We're going to get to it with the hair. But one moment, I just realized I forgot to bring the hair. So, un momento, please. So I'm back. Sorry about that. One of the things that I do when it comes to getting hair, I get one or two places now, pre-pandemic and even a little bit post-pandemic. I live kind of in a neighborhood where I can get plenty of the hair. So I just go to the beauty supply store and get that. Or now, because I'm kind of lazy and also the pandemic changes for me, I just order on Amazon. I found a couple of different people or different products that work for me. They're affordable. And this is the hair that we're using. It came with a pack, I think, of like, looks like a pack of 8. And I would say for people who want full head, like a really full head who aren't really active, I would probably buy 2 packs. But because I don't like to have a lot, because I'm actually, since I still want to be active and still run, I don't want it to feel like I'm getting every day's neck day. Like, I don't want that. So, but in general, this is pretty lightweight, but I normally get, if I do braids or twists or things like that, I try to get some that are longer. So it's either a minimum of like to here. One time I was ambitious and I did it once, and that's actually why I stated the whole neck thing. I had it all the way up down to my butt. And that doesn't seem like that's long, but I'm 6 foot. Yeah. If you're 6 foot, that is long. I believe it was like 30 inches. Ridiculous. Like, I don't know. I just wanted to do that. I was like, if Nicki Minaj can do it, so can I, right? I don't know. It wasn't that bad, but it was still so long and so heavy. And I did it as a braids versus twists. And when you do twists, they also, you don't have to use as much hair. So it's a lot easier. So that's actually the other reason why I was like, 1 pack of this should do it. Correction, you probably need 2 packs. I actually had to use some leftover hair to finish my some passion twist stuff from Amazon that I'm going to use. And then I got my jam. And because I do it kind of crochet style, rubber bands, because I know some people do it with the braids, but I need to be able to grip it well, and never been my ministry. Anyway, I started doing, I know I'm doing a lot of talking at the beginning, but so bear with me. You know what? We'll talk and do this at the same time for now. So one of the things that I started doing this actually during the pandemic, because in Chicago, and I'm sure it's like that for a lot of the major cities, we were strict, real strict. The lockdown actually was lockdowning. It was no game. And I took it seriously, so I was for it. But my hair was looking nuts after a while. I got bored with my hair looking the same. I mean, I by then I was in the natural hair journey, but like I couldn't do anything different. Like, so I just had my hair kind of the same all the time for the most part. And I did not like that. I did not love that at all. So one of the things I started doing is I start, watching YouTube a lot to pass the time. It's actually how I got inspired to just decide finally I'm going to just do this and become a YouTuber. And also, that was where I figured out you can literally find anything on YouTube. I mean, anything. If you need to know how to like fix your washer and dryer, this is just I'm going on tangent right now, but we're going to go there because we're here already. So if you need to like fix your washer or dryer, you can find it on YouTube. I'm just saying. So, and the reason why I'm saying that is when I was with my ex, I lived in the Farburbs, and our washer just abruptly stopped working, and it was a newer washer, and we just moved into the house. And we're like, crap. And it stopped working, of course, in the middle of the cycle, because that's the only way you know it stops working. It's never during the convenient time of like, oh, okay, it's fine. We'll just go to laundromat or whatever. And also, by the way, suburbs don't have laundromats like that because it's the suburbs. But so that was pretty bad because we had clothes in the washer and we're like, yeah, we need these clothes. So we were like, oh, okay, we'll just have someone come and, fix it. Because at the time, I was with an ex who we got a house together and purchased house together. And so we found out real quickly, renting and owning, there is some benefits to renting. I'll just tell you that. When your washer and dryer breaks inside a rental property, landlord can fix that. Not when you own, you have to fix it. And when we did our So I call to see, oh, how much is this going to cost? Oh, no. Right then they were like, never mind. Let's see what YouTube has for us here with this. And right away, there were a ton of things we found by Googling what could be causing the issue in the YouTube, which are also, Google. Both of them are forms of Google. Also, right now, if you see what I'm doing, I'm trying to get my edges out of here because I do not want this. I want my edges to be part of this. That's how your edges become non-existent because you pull your edges in there and you don't want that. You want your edges now. So we're going to make sure that's not part of the ministry, my natural edges. Okay. Anyway, back to the story. So yeah, we saw how much it was going to cost. And also too, by the way, we lived down the street from a Menards. So when it came to getting supplies and things like that, you totally could do that. It was a non-issue. And by the way, un momento, I do not have the right comb. I need a better comb. One moment. And we're back. So, sorry about that. I had to get my little set here, my nice little fun little set. I have my wide tooth comb, which is great for like my hair, but to do the separating of it all, I want one of these. So anyway, back to the story. And I want this for my edges. So we want to make sure we don't include the edges in this at all. I'm actually going to glue them down a little bit with this jam so that I don't touch the edges because I don't want them to be part of the braids. Okay, anyway, so the story. Oh, so we were down the street from Menards. So basically, like, and when I mean down the street, like, even from like suburb standards, it was walking distance. It was less than like, I would say less than even half a mile away. Like, anyway, so we basically, he drove to Menards, got a shock vac, and I'm glad he had the wherewithal to do that because I was thinking to myself, why do you have the shock vac? This YouTube video about fixing this washer says nothing about a shock vac. And then he's like, yeah, it does. It does. Trust me, it does. And I did see it then. Oh, yeah. No, it definitely does. But anyway, the shock vac, though, was to basically have the water, when you fix a washer and dryer or washer, and especially if you're fixing it while there's a wash cycle, guess what? There's going to be, the water has to have somewhere to go. So, yeah. So because we knew that was going to be a thing, we had to have that there. Both of us worked together. It was like, honestly, one of my random proudest moments of when we were actually together and dating, that we worked together as a team to fix this whole entire washer dryer issue. And we didn't have to spend a ton of money by having a repairman basically do something we could have did for like less than $10 or less than like $20. Cause I think the shock vac costs like less than $20 to even get at Menards. And then he got the new washer parts, which were like not even that expensive either. Yeah. So I say all that to say, similar to that, I found out from that, oh yeah, I literally could probably find on YouTube, how can I do something different to my hair? Because I was bored with my hair just looking, the natural hair all the time, the same hairstyle all the time. Because normally pre-pandemic, if I wanted to do something different with my hair, I would go get it done. Why would I touch my hair? I don't know what I'm doing, right? And let's be clear, I still probably don't know what I'm doing now, but I like what it's doing. It's not damaging my hair. It grows back even if it is damaging it. So yeah, we're fine. and and it looks good. So I'm not really worried about it. And somehow my edges still got in there. Let's get that out of there. No edges. No, not today, edges. Not today. You stay away. Okay, anyway. So, yeah, anyway. So I started following, or not really following, started just kind of using YouTube almost like a Google to be like, okay, what styles can I do? And I stumbled upon quite a few different beauty influencers who do quick like weaves and all that and braids. And they do it kind of similar to how I do it. And I took notes. I was like, okay. I can figure out how to do this on my own. And also, too, another thing was I ran to one of the people I used to hang out with pre-pandemic occasionally at a comedy club. And I noticed her hair was looking all like luxurious. And she was like, oh, I figured out how to do this on YouTube. So I'll be honest, it was a combination of, that and actually someone straight up telling me, girl, just go YouTube. You can figure it out. And I did. And here we are. So ever since then, I stopped getting braids like at salon, which kind of sucks because I'll be honest, maybe I'll go back to it because, man, how long it takes for me to do my hair, it is a long time. So you do have to have patience on your side. You have to be someone who has some patience. I do. And you have to be for, it not being perfect, but just looking good. Because for me, I don't think it's perfect, but I don't even think it's perfect when people get it professionally done. I'm my own worst critic. I can always find something that I'm like, oh, well, they missed this and they missed that. So, yeah. But the reason why I said it's a lot quicker is this style is probably, including the prepping and all that, it's probably going to take me a total of like 6 hours to do because it's just me and I'm not fast. Pre-pandemic, I was going to an African hair braider and they have 2 to 3 people at a time doing your hair and they just at Nigerian shop quick. The games that they don't play, 0. So I'm watching Nigerian soap operas while they're just getting it done. Yeah. And you know how long it takes for them to do that? 2 hours. That's it. Total. And that's because they're taking their time. That's not even them in a hurry. They're still taking their time. If they did that in a hurry, I'm sure they could have got it done like in an hour. But we were taking breaks in between, eating food. It was a whole thing. I felt like I was family. I want to go back, but also like the cost savings I got going on right now. And also because I'm not getting it professionally done. And I told them this, but they still do it because, they have a standard that they have to meet. I don't like it to be heavy. So I'll have it where it's heavy in the front, a little bit lighter on the back. And because I'm running and stuff half the time, I'm having it pulled back anyway. And no one pays attention to the back of someone's head. That's pretty clear because I know there's been plenty of times when my hair was not looking perfect. Anyway, so, but they still, even when they make it lighter, it's pretty heavy. I ran a half marathon in what they did with my hair, which was beautiful, and I loved how it looked. I believe it's actually in my, if you pay attention to like my actual icon for like the channel, my hair braided or in twists, that's when a Nigerian person did it versus when I did it. It's a lot more fuller when they do it, which is great. And I love it that way, but I don't really need it to be that way. My goal is for it to look decent enough and it to do what it needs to do, which is protect. Because also too, the way they do it where it's going to last, some time. I don't like to have braids or any of that in my hair for a long amount of time. I get bored with them quickly. So there's no point in stacking it up for a style that I'm probably only going to have maybe a total of 4 weeks. Whereas when they do it, you probably could get away with having it for a total of 2 months. Yeah. So there's a difference. There's levels. So I'm going to be doing this with all my hair. And this is what takes me forever. It's just the prepping for it. See, if I wasn't prepping, this wouldn't take me as long. But because I have to prep it too, because I'm not, you gotta find cheat codes. For me, my cheat code is, I'm not really the best at braiding or even getting it where it's tight when I grip. So we're gonna find cheat codes to make it work. Also too, one thing I tried to be careful of, and I probably need to start doing this already. Here we go. You're noticing I use these clamps a lot. Honestly, I don't know how people do their hair in these styles without using any clamps, especially if you're doing it by yourself. I don't even know how that's possible to do it without, having the clamps and stuff ready to go. Anyway, so that concludes a little bit of me talking. I'm probably going to be quiet for a while and put some music in the background. And I'm going to probably chop and screw this by quite a bit because this is going to take a while for me to do this. Just saying.
Yeah. yen,
just gotta do the back and we'll be done. This is the final result. It took me a lot longer than I originally planned. It is now 2 something in the morning. And it's because I took a lot of breaks. Like I ate dinner and, had to take some breaks. But it's done. And yeah, overall, I'm happy with it. It's only probably going to be in for I'm going to give it 3 weeks. I'm not going to have this hair for the whole entire time. 3 weeks tops. But yeah, it's together. It looks cute. It's nice and long. It's actually really light. Even though it's a lot of hair, it's really, really light. So I'm very happy with overall the look. And I'm glad it twists versus I'm glad it passion twists versus like actually doing like braids, because that would have been a lot more hair that would have been needed and it would have been really heavy. But because it's twists, not as much hair is needed. So there's that. Anyway, hopefully you enjoy the content, and I'll have another get ready or going outside series coming up soon. Bye.